the things that pop into your head at night while you're laying there in bed and keeps your mind racing, write them down, and it will put your mind at ease because you have written it down. You have taken an action step toward that goal. And if you write it down, your mind and your brain and you are acknowledging the fact that that is something you have to do, and you wrote it down and put it on a quote-unquote to-do list. Transmission received. Authorization granted. Welcome to the video. What's up, dreamers? Hope you're having a fantastic day or had a fantastic day, depending on where you are in the world. And I have to let you know that you are awesome. Welcome to Driving and Vibing. Driving and Vibing. What's the vibe today? I want to talk about setting a schedule for yourself, time management, and all of the sort. Now, this is something that I'm going to talk about. I think it's very important to help with stress reduction. Obviously, getting things done will help with irritability, because if you're able to accomplish goals, all of this and that. And I'm saying this because I need some accountability buddies for myself, right? My time management, pretty not good, okay? I don't know. I don't like this camera. I don't like. Is that good? Good. Time management is not the best for me. Setting myself a schedule is not the best, but I do have some tips and tricks. There's a ton of stuff that I've learned that I could utilize, and I try to do it, and sometimes it doesn't work, but when I do, sometimes it doesn't work because I don't execute the list properly or the tips properly. But the times that I do, I find them to be very helpful. So I'm gonna say the first tip for kind of organizing a schedule, time management, getting things done is, and this is what I do most mornings, is I write a small list, 3 things that I want to accomplish on this day. And the list, those 3 things can range anywhere from getting a workout in. Maybe that day is one of my days I scheduled to do a workout, so I write it down to make sure that I do want to get a workout. Maybe I have some school work that I want to do, so I'll write down, get some schoolwork done. And maybe I just want to have a fantastic day with my wife and daughter, so I'll write, like spend quality time with the girls, right? And I'll write those 3 things, and that's it, nothing else. Like, that's the priority. Do I have other things that I would like to accomplish? Yes, and those would be bonus things, right? My main concern of the day is to accomplish those 3 things that I wrote down. So I would kind of go through a list of things that I have very quickly in my head, of things that I would like to do very quickly in my head, and I would write down 3 priority tasks. We'll call them tasks or adventures that I would want to accomplish that day. And I do that every single day, and I check them off the list after they're done. If I end up doing all of that, if I end up doing the 3 things on my list early in the day, then that gives me the rest of the day to accomplish other things that I have. So I can pick something and kind of work towards it. Let's say I accomplish all those early in the day and I have a video that I want to edit, but I have 14 other different things that I want to do, but I want to edit the video, right? Choose just the video, edit the video, see it through. That's another tip, is to see it through. I am notorious for starting tons of different projects or activities or tasks and not seeing them through and jumping to something else. And that's the kind of the textbook definition of ADHD. Who would have known? And I generally don't see things. I generally, because I'm jumping through things, nothing's ever, I have so many projects open at once, right? And that drives frustration and irritation and stress, and kind of delays motivation. Like, it's hard to be motivated if you feel as though you have so many things to do and it's not properly organized, even if it's up here in your head. And it's tough to get past. So what I've been doing recently is I'd pick that one thing and I would there are distractions that come up even during doing that task, right? Let's say I picked video editing, and I would try to make sure that no matter what comes up, if I feel like it's important, I always have a notebook, or my phone can take notes. I write it down. Let's say I get a phone call and I decide I'm gonna let it go to voicemail, which happens a lot, especially if I don't have the number. Of course, if a voicemail comes up, I'll write a quick note, check voicemail. I won't do it on the spot because that will kind of, set me off track for video editing. I'll write a quick note and I'll continue. I do this throughout the day, is take quick notes. We'll get to that in a second, but see the project through. Let's say you have a little homework assignment, or kind of you have a discussion board, or like an essay due. See that through, right? Let's say you want to do, I want to play video games too, right? I'm not going to prioritize video games, because what's going to happen if I don't finish that task that I know I want to and have to do, and it's on my list, I'm going to get stressed because I did not finish it. So that is the second tip of this video, is to see it through. Now, writing things down is a very powerful tool, especially at night. If there are things keeping you up at night, have a notebook, a little notebook handy, have your phone handy to take notes, and jot down what you're thinking about, the things that you may have to accomplish, the things that pop into your head at night while you're laying there in bed and keeps your mind racing. Write them down, and it will put your mind at ease, because you have written it down. You have taken an action step toward that goal. And if you write it down, your mind and your brain and you are acknowledging the fact that that is something you have to do, and you wrote it down and put it on a quote-unquote to-do list, right? Very important tool. I do that, and it's anecdotally, for me, working, but it's also proven time and time again that this little tip of writing things down, your thoughts, and journaling in general, it's been proven time and time again that this works. This helps reduce stress. This helps stay organized. This helps with time management. But it helps you go to sleep at night too, which is one of the best benefits of that. Especially if your mind's racing. My mind races a lot at night, so I jot things down, and then I assess what I wrote down the next morning or the next day, right? So writing things down, I think, is very important. With that too, I'm not a morning person, right? I can get up and I can start that routine, and I can function throughout the routine. I can set an early morning rise, early bedtime, and I can do it. But it's hard when you feel as though you have a lot of stuff you need to do, especially if you're going to school or you're competing in video games and or streaming. It's hard to set yourself a bedtime. But it's hard if it's hard to set yourself an exact bedtime and then get up early. I'm having trouble doing that. I get up early with my daughter, get ready for school. I have to get myself ready for work, whatever it is I have planned for the day. But I stay up. I tend to stay up late doing stuff because of, or just spending time with my wife, just because I have that time, right, while she's sleeping. And I know this happens to a lot of people, but prioritize for various different reasons. Prioritizing this time at night and setting yourself a consistent bedtime and a consistent wake time will really help. If you have a consistent bedtime but you still feel as though you have stuff to do, write some stuff down on that list. Again, bring that list back up and kind of organize it the best that you can, very quickly on the fly, like for that list. And then start your bedtime routine. That way your thoughts are fairly organized for the next day. You're kind of preparing for the next day, and you don't have to stay up and then get less sleep overnight. That is something that I feel like I need to start doing. So I think that is important for me to say, because now my accountability buddies here in the video are going to hold me accountable to getting better sleep, more consistent sleep. Sleep in itself will help with scheduling and time management and stress reduction and being able to think properly, make executive decisions, just a whole saloon of health benefits, as well as, of course, your gaming performance. If you have any tips or tricks that you utilize in your life, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear them. If you like what you heard in this video, hit that like button, greatly helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this, and I hope to see everybody in the next video. Later, dreamers.